Fast typing, hoodies up, giant 3D interfaces flying around the screen, and the inevitable whisper of, "I'm in." You know the drill. Hollywood loves hackers. For decades, movies have tried to make sitting at a computer look like an extreme sport. But as someone who actually works in cybersecurity for a living, I have a pretty complicated relationship with these scenes. Honestly, it's mostly hate. So today, we're going to dive into the good, the bad, and the absolutely ridiculous of Hollywood hacking. Let's see who actually did their homework and who just banged on a keyboard. Okay, wow. So looking at this clip from NCIS, this is legendary in the InfoSec community. It is the absolute gold standard of awful. Let's just break down why this hurts my soul. First off, look at the hack itself. They're being actively intruded upon, and these giant red boxes are popping up on the screen. In the real world, intrusions are silent. Hackers don't want you to know they're there. They want to steal your data quietly and leave. They aren't trying to scare you with pop-ups. And then, the solution. Apparently, the way to stop a hacker is just to type faster. So McGee jumps into, what, help type? Here's the thing. If two people type on one keyboard at the same time, you don't get double the code. You get gibberish. You get ASDAF JKL. If this was happening in real life, you wouldn't start a typing war. You'd literally just reach behind the computer and yank out the Ethernet cable. Verdict? Pure fantasy. 0 out of 10. Now this, checking out Mr. Robot here, this is the stuff that's actually terrifying because it's real. Notice the difference? There are no 3D graphics flying around, no intense techno music, just a guy in a hoodie quietly explaining how he ruined someone's life. Mr. Robot gets it right because it focuses on the weakest link in any security system, humans. Elliot didn't use some supercomputer brute force attack. He just sat on the shop's public Wi-Fi, which, by the way, never trust public Wi-Fi without a VPN, and he sniffed the traffic. Then he used social engineering. He researched his target, found out the guy loved his dog, and guessed a weak password. That is 90% of real-world hacking. It's boring research, guessing bad passwords, and tricking people. Verdict? 10 out of 10. Shows like this actually make my job harder because now people think I'm scary. All right, finally, let's look at the Matrix Reloaded. Trinity is trying to hack the power grid here. Now look closely at that screen. That isn't fake movie code. That is a real tool called Nmap. It's a network scanner security pros use every single day. They actually reference a real exploit that existed at the time called SSH nuke, so major points for using real tools. Where it gets Hollywood is strictly the speed. She scans a massive industrial network, finds a vulnerability, and executes the exploit in about 8 seconds flat. In reality, an Nmap scan of that size could take hours, sometimes days, just to map the network, let alone break in. But hey, nobody wants to watch Trinity wait for a progress bar for 2 hours, right? So I'll give it a pass for dramatic effect. So yeah, most Hollywood hacking is total nonsense designed to look cool, but occasionally they get it right, and it's way scarier than the CGI. If you want to see me actually use some of those real tools like Nmap or a Wi-Fi pineapple in a controlled environment, hit that subscribe button. And let me know in the comments, what's the worst hacking scene you've ever seen? Maybe I'll roast it next time. Stay secure.